Well, this is my second podcast for the fantasy football, and as always, I will always represent Peyton, even though he probably will be out for the entire season because of his neck injuries. But anyways, week 1 is in the books, and damn was that one exciting weekend of football. Given all the hoopla about the lockout affecting players, I say most teams came out even stronger and fresher because of that. But there were a good bit of injuries, which probably stemmed from it as well. Many serious injuries. But let's kick off this show with my player of the week. Hands down, it was Tom Brady. His performance against the Dolphins was absolutely phenomenal and in a different stratosphere. He was given plenty of time to stay in the pocket. Rookie Nate Soldier is the real deal, and Wes Welker is fully healthy from that ACL 2 years ago. Here's my quick interview with Tom Brady after the game. Hey, I'm Tom Brady, and I set an NFL record, 517 passing. But, it's not just me, it's the whole team. I just bring my good looks to the table, game in the books, showered and did my hair, time to go home to Giselle. Another the day in the life of me. Brady ended the night going 32 of 48 for 517 yards and with 4 touchdowns and 1 interception. This pretty boy put up 72 points for me and my dynasty team. What about the worst performance this weekend? My dud of the week? Hands down, it was the Kansas City Chiefs offense as a whole. Jamal Charles, Dwayne Bowe, Matt Castle, playing against the worst run defense from last year, Charles was limited to just 56 yards on 10 carries. Not even a single catch. And Dwayne Bowe was held without a catch. Kansas City looked completely unprepared, like they were just still practicing in the off-season. Coach Todd Hadley needs to get them in order and quick as they face a difficult schedule up ahead. Time for quick hits from each game of this week. The Cardinals beat the Panthers 28-21. Cam Newton showed he's not the next Jamarcus Russell, and Arizona was resilient enough to come back and back even with a bad game from Fitzgerald. The Raiders beat the Broncos 23-20. Oakland coach Hugh Jackson has a great scheme and continuity in place. McFadden will have a huge year. The Broncos have a lot of issues, but now is not the time to bring in Tebow. The Patriots beat the Dolphins 38-24. Tom Brady threw for the 5th most passing yards in game history, and the offense clicked wonderfully. Look for the Patriots to remain strong, bearing injuries, but the Dolphins need to shore up that secondary. Quarterback Chad Henne looks like he's maturing, though. Jet beats Cowboys 27-24. In the Battle of the Brothers, Rex and Rob Ryan's Rex team proved tough and resilient against an explosive Cowboys defense. Sanchez is maturing and handled some of the complex blitzes Rob Ryan threw his way very well. The Cowboys will have a better season as it goes on. Oh, and by the way, Revis Island is back. Anyone visiting Revis Island is shut down. The Chargers beat the Vikings 24-17. San Diego rode Mike Tolbert and an electric Phillip Rivers to an easy win over the Vikings. San Diego will be tough to beat this year if healthy. As for the Vikings, it's the Peterson show all year. The 49ers beat the Seahawks 33-17. Neither team looked very good, but San Francisco was bailed out by 2 huge return touchdowns by Ted Ginn. Redskins beat the Giants 28-14. In a huge rivalry, the young and new Redskins pulled through. Rookie Ryan Kerrigan looks like a Rookie of the Year candidate, and Tim Hightower ran with authority. Watch out for the Washington. The Giants, though, they have a ton of injuries and need to find cohesion, otherwise they won't be sniffing the playoffs. Bears beat Falcons 30-12. What a letdown for the Falcons. Unprepared and couldn't protect Matt Ryan. Give the ball to Roddy. Bears look solid all around. Cutler could be bound for a top 5 year. Maybe it was a good move to dump Kristen Cavallari. The Bengals beat the Browns 27-17. Andy Dalton has promise for the future, as does A.J. Green. But this year, Jermaine Grisham is the guy in Cincy. Safety valve for Dalton. Browns have a lot of issues they are rebuilding, so that's expected. But Colt McCoy looks very matured this season. Bills beat the Chiefs 41-7. Bills may finally have their quarterback they've needed. Fitzpatrick was a smashing success, as were his offense weapons. Kansas City was completely unprepared and needs to get focused quickly. Give the ball to Charles and win. Eagles beat the Rams 31-17. Eagles' offense is as explosive as we all thought, and LaShoy Shady McCoy is a beast this year. Defense is a work in progress. The Rams were unfortunate to get hit with injuries hard to several players, but they played tough and look improved. The Lions beat the Bucs 27-20. Matthew Stafford, well, this is the type of performance we've all been waiting for. Now he just needs to stay healthy, and Megatron and Stafford will have a wonderful relationship. The Bucs played a solid game, but had some lapses on defense and in coverage, which led to big plays by the Lions. The Jaguars beat the Titans 16-14. Nothing special here besides a massive game by Kenny Britt. I told you in my first web show he's top 15 easily. Chris Johnson had very few touches, but I feel the team didn't want to rush him back and get injured. Johnson's numbers will climb, don't worry. The Jags, they showed me that Mike Thomas is a starting number 1 wide receiver for a team. He will always be underrated and second rate to the elite guys, though. The Ravens beat the Steelers 35-7. Just a straight-up spanking. Here, Ray Rice and Joe Flacco were terrific, with Rice looking unstoppable against the best run defense in the NFL. Wow. Baltimore is also jacked on defense, with the new defensive coordinator there having a profound effect on that old aggressiveness. Pittsburgh will be okay. They just need to sort of get some offensive line issues. This loss will serve as a big wake-up call to get their game faces on. The Texans beat the Colts. I know. 34-7. The future in a nutshell, life without Peyton Manning begins, and the team always just as his heels overtake them. Peyton will surely sit for the year to heal, and a retirement is possible. As I said, Clark and Wayne will be the only players worth starting weekly now. A sad day for me, but I still wear my Peyton jersey. Houston's were ready on defense, and the Schaub to Johnson connection is at mid-season form, playoff bound. The Packers beat the Saints 42-34. Rodgers and Breeze both played amazing in this shootout. The difference was New Orleans' ability to play defense consistently. They were gashed deep and up the middle because they blitzed so much. X factor in this game for the year, Randall Cobb. I did pick him as my Offensive Rookie of the Year sleeper candidate. Watch out, he's going to thrive in the slot with Rodgers. The injuries to note and to keep an eye on. My number 1 is Sam Bradford, the Rams quarterback, finger injury. Team says it's not broken. He'll probably sit out this week if he's not 100% better. Amendola, the Rams wide receiver, dislocated elbow. Injury looked gruesome. Original reports were a week then for a season, but most recent reports today say Amendola will likely miss about 6 weeks, returning after the Rams' bye week to allow him to recover. The third was Steven Jackson, the Rams running back. He seems like he can never stay healthy. He broke off a big run and then hobbled. He has a strained quad muscle. He's week to week, but will most likely miss this next game, then return. He's played through a torn groin in years past. Hakeem Nicks, the Giants wide receiver, no official word on what the injury is, but it's swelling in his knee. MRI is negative, so if the swelling doesn't start to reduce by midweek, he'll probably sit out for a week. And number 5, Marcus Colston, the Saints wide receiver. Colston suffered a broken collarbone, and depending on the severity of the fracture and all, it's likely a 4 to 8 week period he is out of action. Phew, that's a lot of talk about this week, but I want to end the show on this. There was such hoopla that was made over the new kickoff rule, and teams likely taking more kneel downs on kickoffs. I say it's improved the return game. There were many huge kickoff return touchdowns this week, and the reason why is likely to keep hanging. If the returner hits full speed, he can shift his position quicker to throw the guys coming over to him more off easily. That's all for now. Look for the next week's web show, or this week's, my studs and duds to start for the week, and my mailbag. See ya!